Hello, Shrewsbury, once again. We have some more news reports coming our way right now. One of the things that's happening in Shrewsbury is that St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church on Main Street, right next to the funeral home, is going under renovations and expansions. There's going to be 5,000 square feet of new space, especially a gathering space that's going to hold up to 60 to 125 people. And St. Mary's Church is also looking at getting a skylight window right above the new entranceway, which is going to be much bigger than what it is now. And the sad news about it is that the rectory and the pastoral center have to be knocked down in order to put in a new parking lot. It's because the Shrewsbury Water Department did a land evaluation test, and they found out that the parking lot isn't good enough with the buildings, especially for the drainage system that needs to be installed. So those two buildings will be removed from the church area and put onto Main Street. More information about this can be available at stmarysparish.org. And inside the church, some of the significant changes will be on the second level. On the second level, there's going to be bathrooms added, central air conditioning, which everybody will appreciate, especially in the summer months, because it does get very warm in there, and even though there are fans in there, they're just blowing the hot air around doing absolutely nothing. So when they put the air conditioners in, there'll be more Catholics in the summer, hopefully. The other construction project that's happening in Shrewsbury is that the Shrewsbury Public Library is going under renovation, expansion, and restoration. And this is going to help make Shrewsbury Public Library bigger and to hold more people, because numbers have increased of people not having internet access at home and having to go to the library. So the Shrewsbury Public Library said that they will expand and renovate and restore, because there are some parts of the library that was part of the mansion when it used to be one, and they want to restore it to its original design. And also for the library renovations and expansion, they're going to also expand their parking lot, because when the library gets bigger, there's going to be less parking space. So parking right now is either at the Congregational Church by the fire station or in the library parking lot itself, which on some days are more crowded than others. More information about this can be found on Shrewsbury's new opened website, Virtual Town Hall. The last and final construction project I want to let all of you know about is that Route 9 is expanding to become bigger and to hold more people than it used to, because Route 9 has been very busy on certain days, and so Shrewsbury wanted to expand it bigger and add more lanes. And the energy efficient light bulbs have been installed everywhere pretty much on Route 9 now. This project is hopefully going to end by the end of this month or at the end of this year. If not this year, then hopefully the following year. Thank you. And this has been another news report. The Shrewsbury Media Connection News Updates. And this is about Nantucket Sound News Update. And I want all of you to please pay close attention to the news that you're about to see. The FAA had an announcement on Friday, February 13th, that the 130 turbines might affect the radio communications of the airplane radios that are traveling in and out of Boston and to Nantucket Sound. The FAA said that the problem will be addressed at Otis Air Force Base in Sandwich, where they will update their radio communications, and they're hoping that this will help settle all those traffic problems that the FAA looked at. You can see the pictures of the busy airport and radio communications on saveoursound.org homepage. The next update is that the turbines are going up this spring of 2009, when the state and the representatives of Massachusetts will vote in 2 weeks. Let's hope for a successful outcome for Cape Cod. And remember, 3/4, which is 75% of Cape Cod, will be operating with turbines. if everything goes to plan and that there's new cleaner energy for Cape Cod. These are all the updates for Nantucket Sound. Thank you for listening. Update. This update is about space, and that these updates are from NASA specifically. The news update from NASA is that the International Space Station, or ISS, is near completion this year. It will be done by March of 2009, and that the STS crew members will be crew members of flight number 119 will be launching February 27th or 28th of 2009, and that will be available to see hopefully on Channel 30 governmental access. And the other announcement is that Mars does have signs of life, and that NASA had taken cameras all over Mars and they found out that there is life. Not habitable for humans, but yet very good enough for bacteria and other living microorganisms. And hopefully, one of these years, we will be able to send people to Mars to check out Mars much closer. But the problem is, how long will they last during the space mission? Because it will take a very, very long time to get from Earth to Mars by space shuttle. So hopefully, and successfully, with the help of NASA and their team, we can finally find out more about Mars. If you want more information about updates from NASA, please visit www.nasa.gov. And on their homepage, there are plenty of information about news, updates, and everything else that they have found about space and space in general. One of the things I found out on the Shrewsbury homepage website is that Selco is launching a new digital cable guide and video on demand starting February 23rd through the 26th. Now, this brand new program guide is going to improve on the menu system so that people can easily select the programs that they want to see. Now, the problem is power outages will be taking place, but hopefully they will last 20 to 30 minutes. Monday, February 23rd, will be the first power outage at midnight, and then power will be back on Tuesday, 6 a.m., February 24th. Then it happens again Tuesday at midnight, February 24th, until 6 a.m. Wednesday, February 25th. And the last and final one is Wednesday at midnight, February 25th, until 6 a.m. Thursday, February 26th. Now, if you have set up any programming like parental guide, where you would block out some shows that some children may not watch, those will also be transferred over during this program switchover, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Now, the regular digital cable and HD boxes will have a slight different guide than they would previously have. More information about this can be found on the Shrewsbury homepage, shrewsburymass.gov. And now there's a Nantucket Sound news update, and that is March of 2009 will be the final evaluation and report for Nantucket Sound in the wind turbine project, especially the FAA information that was brought out on February 13th, which was Friday, about the radio intercept that might affect the airplane radio controls. The last time I checked all this information, it looks like Nantucket Sound is good to go after March 2009. And as you can see, where I am standing was once a beautiful lot, now destroyed because of an ice storm on December 13th, 2008. And as you can see, here is some of the giant leaves from the ice storm that had occurred here in Dean Park. And Shrewsbury is hoping that this spring they can be able to clean this up much easier. Now we're asking all people to please come and help in the spring for this cleanup, because will be considered something good for the town, because Shrewsbury alone will need a lot of help, especially for Dean Park, and that people come here a lot in the spring and summer. So it'd be nice if we could clean this area up so that summer programs presented by the Shrewsbury Parks and Recreation can continue. Now, over there, as you can see, that is a giant tree branch that fell off of the tree right next door, and you can see the big giant space. That wasn't there before, but that tells you just how heavy all that ice was on those trees. So, this ice storm was the deadliest in history, and I want to say thank you to all Shrewsbury Electric for their help, and the Shrewsbury Water Department for cleaning up most of the neighborhoods. And as soon as we can clean up the rest of the neighborhoods, this ice storm will be long forgotten. So again, I want to say thank you to all of those who have helped restore power to residents in the Shrewsbury area. And we hope that this ice storm never comes back again. Thank you. Attention all Shrewsbury residents, this is a very important announcement. As warm weather comes closer, you must keep in mind about ice safety. As you can see already here at Dean Park, some of the ice, especially on the edges, are starting to get soft. So if you want to go skating, be very careful in some areas of the pond, because as warm weather does come, and it's going to be coming very quick, especially when March comes around and possibly April, all this ice will start to melt. So you must keep in mind to be aware about ice. And that if you fall in, make sure that you have somebody else with you. Never go on the ice alone. Always go with a buddy. So if you do fall in, your buddy can call the fire department and get the proper help and assistance. If you think you can do it on your own, you must be careful too, because if you're in trouble, you're both in trouble. And also, never go at night. Go during the busiest times of the day so that other people can see if there's any problems that should be addressed to the right authorities. Thank you.